Okay, so for Automoblox Man, need a new part, and I'm not building this to any specific set of dimensions, but I want you to follow the dimensions given in OneNote. So you start with a square pedestal. Again, I'm not too worried about dimensions here. I'm interested in process. So then I need an ellipse on top of that. And for an ellipse, you need multiple points to create it. Then I want to center that up, and it should be right there. Extrude that ellipse by some distance. Again, follow the directions for the pedestal. After the pedestal, I don't care what dimensions you use. From here on out, it's going to be up to you. So first thing I need to do is create a new sketch on top of this. Then I want to project geometry, which is right here. I want to project the ellipse. Then I want to press O for offset, and I want to make that ever so slightly larger. Then E to extrude, and I want both of these spaces. Now, one of the things you notice here, you've got this taper angle. You can also play with the taper angle here. I find that this works really well at somewhere around like 8 to 10 degrees. And the distance, I'm just picking kind of arbitrarily. May want to change it later. That gets me the basis for my person. I've got a pedestal, and then I have kind of a tapered torso. Next thing you need to do is get to the side of the part, which is the narrow front to back depth of the person. And I need to trim the shoulders because nobody has these sharp, angry shoulders like that. So I want a new sketch. I'm going to sketch right here. And then I need to get an arc. So arcs here, I like 3-point arcs. And then just kind of freestyle an arc, something like that. Then you can do this, create a, or modify rather, and you want to split the body. Now what you're going to be doing when you split the body is selecting the body to split and then using your arc as the splitting tool. It's going to look like this. And when that happens, you've got this new option here where body 2 exists as the top, and you just turn that off. It goes away. And then you can fillet the top. Pick a fillet that makes some sense, just kind of based on your dimensions. That doesn't look like enough to me. That obviously didn't work, so let's try maybe a half. Half is still too big. 0.2. That seems reasonable. Then you need to create a mid-plane between two planes here. So that was construct, mid-plane, and then pick your two ends. So I picked here and then the opposite side. That creates this plane. And I can create a sketch on there. I'm literally sketching in the middle of the part. So what I want to do is drop a line on here. And that line is just there for me to have some reference geometry so I can see what's going on. I want to add a couple of rectangles. These rectangles end up being his head and neck. Chances are you're not going to be real happy with the size of things on your first go. That's okay. Once you've got those, you will then revolve both of them around the axis. And you want to make sure you're set for a join. So once you've got those on there, take a look. And actually, that's not maybe the best sizing in the world, but it's not terrible. I'm going to go a little bit taller on the head. So I'm going to go back into my sketch and just add some height. Okay, that looks better. Then we got a fillet. So we want to create a fillet. And again, remember that the hotkey for fillet is F. So I'm going to fillet both of those, maybe make those 0.1, see what that looks like. I think I want more. 0.2. I'm going to add a fillet down here on the neck. And then do one more right here. That makes things a little nicer. Now that you've got the basic shape of Automoblox Man, you can add some decals. Now, to add some decals, you want to insert decal, and you've got to you select all the faces you want. So select these guys, everything you want the decal on. So I'm going to select the entire man, and then you have to select an image. Now, I've already downloaded some images. You can go get your own. I'm going to use Lego Man for this. And now it drops the Lego Man on. Now you can see that's obviously not fitting well. So we're going to turn that 90 degrees. And then we're going to make it quite a lot larger and wider. Let's bring that down. You're going to want to play with this a little bit, try to get it to fit nice. And you may find that as you start getting it on there, you may want to even go back and change the size or shape of your torso so that it fits even better. Looks like I want about 2.5 degrees. So there he is. That pretty much finishes that out.